Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. We've got some good stuff in this video. We are going to champion a 4-star character today, and that is going to be Hellcat. Looking forward to that. We are, once we have her champed, we're going to run through some PvP battles with her in the Shield Simulator with some fun team combos. That should be a lot of action. And then we have a bunch of tokens to draw and the Crash of the Titans, where we're going to take on a battle with Ant-Man versus an interesting setup. I'm not sure exactly why we have to take him on with Infinity War Spider-Man. So we're going to do that probably first here, and then we'll do the tokens, and then we will apply our champ levels and get Patsy Walker ready to go as a champ. Let's jump into the action right here and talk about a little bit of the strategy going into this. A lot of the strategy with, I call him Iron Spidey, a lot of people do, is you gotta go for red. Red's his big deal. It's a huge damage potential from proportional punch. It adds up how many web tiles you have in certain colors and assigns a damage value based on how many are on the board. It can do incredible damage if the timing and the situation is right. His blue ability is a nice passive. You dodge damage based on how many web tiles are on the board, and then it removes some. And then green adds a ton of web tiles to the board in random tiles. Should be fun. We have to watch out for Ant-Man though. His purple is dangerous because it creates so many attack tiles, and it's a hidden trap on the board. We'll just go ahead and jump into it. Every time we make a match, we're going to get 2 web tiles. That's going to make our chances of damage from our red really good. There's not a lot of red on the board. Ant-Man doesn't go for red, but his yellow ability, and I'm a huge fan of his Ants ability. It's a cheap cost of only 7. It places countdowns on red, so it effectively, once they count off, it removes a lot of red from the board. Makes it hard to build it up for your own team. But then it creates some strike tiles after doing damage every turn, so that's pretty tough. Ant-Man's blue ability probably won't be much help unless he runs really way ahead on blue and can play it twice in a row for a huge punch from the ability called Grow. And when I play Ant-Man, I really think Grow is the fun kind of mini game challenge to go for during the match. So let's watch his purple. He's got 3. If we leave this purple match here, he's either going to go for that or the blue up above. Going for blue doesn't help me too much since it's passive, so I'll just take his purple there. And yeah, so that's trouble. We could go for purple again, but let's get red that kind of separates those purples. And there's just not a lot of red on the board. That's what we really need to go for. This sets up a match for that gets 1 red. And a lucky drop on the top there. That's awesome. Alright, so we have 7 red. We need 1 more match. And we'll also try to get, let's get our green going. Shouldn't have done that, and lined him up with purple. And now he's played his Ant ability. So this is actually going to be fun to watch. Those countdowns will deal damage every turn, but if we deflect the damage, we're going to lose a lot of web tiles. So that kind of hurts us in the long run, but if we can just get this red match somehow, things will be nearly over with. There you go, with the red dropping from the top out of nowhere. Dodge the damage. And now he's placed his purple trap tile, so that's hidden on the board, and every turn he's going to start creating a lot of attack tiles. Let's get our green, and then we can actually take him out here pretty quickly. Where can we go for green? There we go. He set us up with more red. But can we? I just want to get a green match, because what I like to do, you guys are so helpful, when there's a ton of web tiles on the board. I'm not going to add it up in my head, but you guys can calculate the damage of what we would get with proportional punch. There's a green match available. Can we get it? He's got his strike tiles out. Now his damage is over 1,000 per turn. That adds up a lot over time. $1,500 damage after the fact. But we better end this thing now. Let's go for Thwip, which adds a bunch of web tiles to the board. Now check it out. If you happen to land in a random location where an enemy special tile is, it will lock those tiles. We really locked a whole bunch. That's kind of nice. And if you had special tiles on your team and a web tile landed on a special tile of your own, it would actually fortify that instead. That's kind of cool overall. But look at all the web tiles on the board. Proportional punch will deal a certain amount of damage for each of his color web tiles, red, green, and blue, and then less damage, around half, for the web tiles that are in black and yellow and purple. So you guys can go through, add this up, see what the total damage would be. We could play more to get more damage, but let's just end this thing with a big proportional punch. Well over 10,000 total damage there. Be fun to see who calculates that first and put it in the comments below. And we get the legendary token. You know what I didn't mention at the beginning? We're also going to do legendary draws today in the we'll go for the Eric Stevens vault here to get that legendary token if we can, but then we're going to do some draws on the Unbreakable Will store where we can get Killmonger as a potential draw result. And of course Okoye is in here too. What a great setup to try to get Okoye levels, and Black Widow. So I don't need a lot of Black Widow, but I do like her hard-hitting abilities and find some teams to make some good use of her. So we'll probably do draws until we get a single 5-star and be done there, but I failed to mention that at the beginning of the video. So let's do our tokens now, I guess, since we got the crash over with, and we'll just start at the back on the Eric Stevens vault. So here we are again with the 40 item vault, and there's really only one thing I want to get, and that is of course the Unbreakable Will token, the legendary token at the top. The Maria cover would be nice, but it's not a big deal to me for the cost that goes in to this vault to acquire it. And of course the heroic tokens are fine. I don't need a lot of ISO, I know everybody else does. And then the 2 stars are fine, but not a big deal. So the numbers are good for me, since I only really am going for one item, to go for a 10-pack each time until we get it. Sometimes it gets to the point where I have to do all 40, and it costs a lot more hero points to do 4 of the 10 draws than just doing the 40-pack in the first place. So most people, if you can afford it, do the 40-pack. But in my case, we're going to take some chances. I got the viewer luck on our side. Let's see if we can hit that legendary token on the first 10x and see how we do here. Getting a lot of ISO, don't really need it too badly. Used to need it a lot. So we didn't get anything on the first 10 pack. That's alright. We still save a ton of hero points if we get the Killmonger token on the second 10 pack. We would still save around 2,000 hero points if we get it on this 10x. Since I'll stop once we do get that, let's go. And you know, I very often troll myself into the 4th total draw attempt to get it anyway. And there we go. So we're on to the 3rd try. Let's get this here, guys. If we get it on the 3rd try, 3 times 1,800 is 5,400 instead of the 5,600 it would cost for the 40 pack. We can potentially save a whole 200 hero points if we get it this time. Let's do it. And if we don't get it, oh, we got it. There it is. We saved just a couple hundred hero points overall. Hit some nice 3 stars. Looks like we could have hit a little bit more. No, we did good on the heroics, didn't we? Didn't get the Maria Hill, and that's okay. I'm not gonna spend 1,800 to go after her. And there we have it. I think that's kind of fun to do the gamble side of it. That's pretty much the only thing I gamble on in the world. So, well, play some poker once in a while with friends. But all right, thick as thieves. We've got a few tokens here. Let's keep the luck rolling and get that Hellcat if we can. Also, 4-star Electra and Wasp are available as options. Let's see if we can do anything better than 2 stars here. Got Doc in there. And 4-star Electra. Nice hit. She's leveled up pretty high, so that'll be a really good reward. And we'll do the daily discount draw just in case. And another 3-star. Not too bad in Thick as Thieves. That'll run a little bit longer. So we did the crash with Iron Spidey. The next one is going to be Medusa. I should try to win with my duplicate Medusa for the first time instead of my maximum champ. That'll be fun. Good luck for you guys also if you have Medusa ready to go in that. We'll do a couple of draws from the close air support tokens from the 4-star Flapton event. Was fun. Got a 3-star Doom. We'll come back to the rest of that, and we'll do this one last. Can't wait to give that a shot. So we'll go down to the elite tokens. 14 of those. Might get maybe around 3 stars. Starting out with Daredevil's great. Electra. Star of the current PvP event. And the Hood. Got a Gamora there and 50 bonus shards, so we did a little better than I was thinking. Not bad at all. Let's go to the heroics. 24 of those. Really good odds at getting a 4-star, and last time I kind of blew it. Thanks for pointing it out, King, for saying we got Black Cat, and I made a mention during the video that we didn't get any 4-stars, so maybe we'll get 2 this time. And maybe we'll get bonus shards again. There's a Rocket and Groot. Three-star Thor. After Thanos, we get another 3-star Electra. Can we get a 4-star? Odds are 1 in 16, so the chances are good. Cyclops. And we have a bunch of mighty tokens to pull after this, so I'd actually, if we're going to run lucky, I'd prefer there instead of the heroics, but that's okay. Still have 5 draws left. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, gold. A lot of 2s. Can we get gold on the daily discount? Nope, not this time. So ran pretty much straight out on the heroics. And so that's all right. We're going to do 14 mighty tokens. That'll, man, we could do 21. Let's do 21. That'll leave 6 for next time, and we'll probably have 7 or more by the time we do another video. It's going to be a lot of 3-stars if we do it this way. Got the first 4-star, and it's Karnak. What a hit. He's already a high level on my roster. Very nice. Okay, so we got 1. Let's see how many more 4-stars we can get here. And we may get bonus shards at some point. Could it be for the 4-star Kingpin as we're building him up? Got another 4. Count it down in 3, 2, 1. 4-star Iron Fist. I'm building a duplicate. I think that blue will be nice for him. Lots of mighty tokens today. Star-Lord's event is coming up next. For the 3-star anyway. And I think I might have to reboot him soon and create a duplicate. There's another 4. And it's Drax. Very nice. So we've hit 3 from this run so far, and we have a few tokens left. Can we get 1 more? And we did it. You guys brought in the viewer luck, and we got another 4-star. And it's Captain Marvel and her green. Oh man, I think that might be a saved cover. I think I need her black more than anything, but we'll see. Everything's good since you can save those covers and add them in as champ levels later. And our last token is a Cyclops. We'll save those other 6 for next time to make sure we have 7 or more. Ran great on the mighty tokens, and so now here we are in the Unbreakable Will. Once we add in our champ levels, I know we're going to hit over 4,000 total command points. So let's make a quick note here. 39.89. So here's our rule. We're going to draw until we get a 5-star, and then we're going to stop. If we get a 5-star in the first 3 tries, we'll continue until we get a second one. So you guys need to root that we get one right away. If not, and we hit one on draw number 4 or 14 or whatever, that's where we're going to stop no matter what. Here is the Eric Stevens token that we got first on the legendary draw of the day. It's a 4-star. Moon Knight, very good. Love my lunacy from Moon Knight. Claim it. So that's draw number 1, and let's continue until we get a 5-star. Draw number 2 is a Iron Man Hulkbuster. 1 in 3, well, 1 in 7 chances of a 5-star in the first place, and then if you get a 5-star, it's 1 in 3 chances of Killmonger or Okoye or Black Widow. Next draw is a Eddie Brock Venom. Okay, so now at this point we're going to stop when we get whatever 5-star we get. And it is a Infinity War Spidey, his red ability. We just used that to great effect. Nightcrawler, also a duplicate I'm working on, so that's nice. Alright, let's get a purple emblem right here. Not quite. Although I will take a Yondu. I hope we don't go 20 plus draws to get a 5-star, guys. That will cost me, since we're saving up for when Killmonger enters latest Legends in the first place. But there's another Drax. And another Hulkbuster. How crazy. Keep going. Let's try to get a 5. This is starting to take too many draws now. Kate Bishop's good. Mysterio. Come on, I think we can do it. If we get a 5-star, Black Widow would be fine, but we're really rooting for Killmonger and even really primarily Okoye. Let's see if we can do it. Not quite yet. Nico's good. Spending a lot of CP here. Let's go for a 5-star. X-23. Punisher Max. And we finally got the 5-star. That's what we were looking for. We're guaranteed to hit Black Widow, Okoye, or Killmonger. Stop for a second and put your guess down in the comments below. If pause the video is fine. I want you guys to have your guesses in. I'm going to count it down slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's an Okoye. That is a nice hit. I was pretty sure we were going to get Black Widow, but didn't want to say anything. Claim it. All right, so we did finally get our 5-star after a certain number of draws. Let's see, we had 36.64 minus above, 325. Yeah, it was about 13 draws from command points plus the token we had. So it took 14 draws to get a 5-star, and that is really pretty rough, like 8% or less on the run that we just had there. But that's okay. I'm not worried at all, because where we want to be lucky is in about 2 weeks from this 2 weeks from this Monday, the time of the video. Yelena will move out and Killmonger rotates into latest Legends. That's where we want to run hot and get our viewer luck going big time. Let's add up our levels. We're going to champion a 4-star Hellcat and then get into some versus action with her. Should be fun. Let's go. I'll do the 2 stars myself to save time. Alright, so I ran through the 2s and I saved a couple of interesting ones for you guys. Bagman's always good to get a level on. 116 on my 4th version of him with 3 max champs. And Black Widow, you see that black cover there. What's interesting about that really quickly is I had her at 552 for a really long time and got up to 16 saved covers on everything else but black until finally getting it. We'll go to level 3 there after all that, and now we'll champ her back up, and now we can run through all those champ levels that I saved. I've seen people with well over 20 plus saved before they finally get the 13th cover that they needed. It's pretty funny. So, okay, that's good. Let's go to the, I think the 2s are done and fine. Let's go to 3 stars. What do we have in 3s? 59 3 stars. I'll have to run through this a little bit quicker than usual, perhaps. And we just hit a shield rank 205, so we can collect that if I remember. I usually forget, but when we champion Hellcat, that might be a good time to do that. Duplicate Mystique is catching up pretty well. Got the shards for Mordo there. It does look like I have to rebuild Star-Lord, so we've got a little time on that. 8 CP from Cap, very nice. Maybe we can get back over 30, up to 3,700 today, since we spent a bunch getting that Okoye level, but that's great. She's definitely going to be my 5-star target hero for quite some time, I think. Elektra takes a bunch of levels since she's the featured character in PvP. Spider-Woman shards. And our dupe, Rocket and Groot. Check it out. They hit 13 covers. Do I have any saved? No, I don't. So the next cover I get will be the one that goes ahead for rechamping, and you get the legendary token for having an extra cover. I could champ them now, but might as well wait until we're ready to collect all of that. So I think we have about 5 3-star duplicates now ready to be champed up. And get the LTs built up in our balance from. Sentry hits a couple of levels there, and gotta rebuild Sam Wilson and Magneto. Man, everything's adding up pretty quickly. Let's go to the 4 stars. 22 4 stars from that run. These will be really nice rewards. 7 CP from Punisher Max. X23 with the 10,000 ISO 8 10 CP next. Nico. Got a couple of Mysterios. There's level 310 for the LT and some go-ahead rewards from that. 8 from Kate Bishop. 250 shards on Rescue. That might mean a level for her. A few Drax here for the Star-Lord shards. Maybe we'll have a couple of 5 stars that can move up. Oh, I rechamped Nightcrawler. Why was I thinking I was rebuilding him still? Train up the red on Iron Spidey. 424. Coming along nicely. I'll keep those shards on him for the 13th cover that we need. Venom, Moon Knight with the 10 command points. That is a saved cover on Captain Marvel, but that's alright. We'll either get the shards or that last black photonic barrage power that we need. We'll have to train up Iron Fist from the other screen. Karnak hits 357. Wow. Caught right up to Elektra just about. 8 command points. We have Sam Wilson here. He's quite a ways behind my other characters. 325, just haven't ran super lucky on his abilities. Let's go down to Hellcat, and we'll add in her red ability to go to 13 covers, plus enough shards to go past that. That's where we're at. We can champion Hellcat. We'll do it right here since we're on that screen. I like to make a note of the ISO. Let me do that here real quickly. Okay, it's going to cost about 79,000 ISO to take that next level, and the 12,500 promotion fee to become a champion, and there we got it. We'll go for the extra level from a cover for the LT and add in shards to 272. Very nice. So I'm not exactly sure where I want to run her abilities. I like the fact that she deals damage from her purple, but you don't get a lot of damage from the other abilities. I'm kind of thinking, maybe you guys can give me recommendations in the comments below if you have her going, or if you've seen her champed before, where to run her at. I think I like the idea that its Patsy is a repeater tile that increases the value of the special tiles that you have on the board. At level 5, it increases them by 80 per turn. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if we need it that high. With her other abilities, at level 3, you only get 800 plus damage out of purple, and 2740 on level 5. So it's going to be kind of maybe a trade-off. Let's leave her at 4. Let's see, 4, 5, 4, 3 strike tiles worth 225. And you know what? I think what we will do is let's spec this up and red down just to try it out. We'll see how it goes. 544. We'll see if that works. Brand new champion, 4-star, and let's get our 5-star level in on Okoye for a ton of command points, 25 additional, and we're sitting really good. For level 473, she gets a little bit stronger. Really nice to hit that, and now we have to go finish our leveling with the shards area. I think we can wait on most of these characters except for, want to get into that action with Patsy here pretty quickly. Was I waiting on Quicksilver? I don't think there's any reason to. A couple levels there. Mordo. $25 command points for Mordo is so great of a reward. And let's see, Spidey is, yep, I looked at him already, sorry about that. Let's go to Iceman. I was wondering about saving shards on some of these heroes, but let's just go for it. Get the hero points back that I spent. Kingpin gets the 250 Daredevil shards next. That's where I need to probably switch Kingpin off of my favorite at that point. And Peggy with the 25 command points. Check it out. Brand new maximum champ Peggy. I think it's safe to do it at 1276 shards. That'll leave shards for next time to rebuild our character. And we have another fully maxed champ. That's great. Okay. I think that is... we didn't get anywhere on rescue, apparently, huh? I know you guys want to get back into the action. I just want to see where we're at. Okay, so 325. She's got a ways to go. Sounds good. Let's do this. We're going to take on a couple of battles with Hellcat against a team or two here. Let's see, who do we want to take on first? Maybe this is a fine one to go for. We've got Patsy over there. I thought we'd play with Kingpin for fun, and this will be our first one. Will be a challenge. Our second match will probably be a landslide victory. We'll see how it goes, though. Wolverine will be creating strike tiles every time we play an ability. Kingpin's green is really quite decent. The character overall isn't rated really highly, but his blue and green can hit hard if you play him right. And then we've got Patsy for yellow, purple and red, all of her abilities. We'll see if we can get the team strategy down as we go through it. We'll boost some AP, and let's go. Alright, in this match we want to really make a big drive toward yellow, because if we have enough yellow built up and then we get our black ready, we can transform Old Man Logan into his, basically unlock his other abilities, which is great. And then once we get ahead on yellow to qualify that, we can play Patsy's yellow to start our basically chain reaction of all events with all of our abilities, and special tile boosting is basically what I'm referring to there. And so let's do, we're going to take on Chavez first. What do we want to do here? If I match green, they might take yellow as a result. So let's just get red here, and they set us up for it. Great. Okay. And we can do a nice, I know there's a match 4 in team up, but this might be a little bit of a better move. Move the yellow down, we also get white and then red out of it. Specific colors instead of random. Match 4, basically, I call it as a random color instead of what we have here. So we have Patsy's red ready to go for swipe right. Now, there's no reason to really get this going until we have a row to destroy that really makes sense. Actually, we kind of do. If you look at the board, there's a row to destroy that really can help us. So let's do it. Let's swipe right here. And as you can see, when we destroy that row, I know we get strike tiles that could get removed, yep, and I was afraid of that with the green. But getting this extra move is going to be very helpful, and anytime we play an ability, we get Old Man Logan strikes. Yeah, I think that was a really, really good timing for that play. And now we have Patsy's purple ready to go for when it makes sense. We can move enemy special tiles down to the bottom, but also deal a little bit of damage. And of course, we get OML's strikes out when we play it. We have 9 yellow. That's not quite enough. Let's get our 12. And we've qualified our yellow already. This is looking good. So here's what we want to do. We got to get 9 black so we can qualify our transformation of Old Man Logan. Let's get blue, then it drops purple, then we get a green. Even better on the green than I assumed. Running great on this board, but I think we're also doing a fine job of planning and timing our matches that make the most sense. So let's start hitting Thor for a little bit. We're going to play Break Their Will from Kingpin. It's a repeater tile, it's fortified. Every 2 turns it deals 8,900 damage, which is great. But if you play it when you have more of your team's strongest color, blue, than the enemy does, you also get some small attack tiles. The attack tiles are really small, but the important part is they carry strike tile damage with them. And we have 11 blue, the enemy has 2. This is the perfect time. There's no real green matches on the board. There we go. So once again, the attack tiles are only worth 408 each, but they're going to carry that 1200 plus strike tile damage with them. And we just really need to get black to get everything else going the way we'd like. Oh wow, look at that. We have 5 black, and we could match a critical with it. That's probably a fine way to go here. Or, what am I thinking? What do we want to do? That critical could be matched in a different way. Yeah, let's just take it. I know there's a match 4 in purple. They don't get a lot out of it from the enemy team. And Break Their Will is going to go off. Let's have that hit Okoye. Okay. And just have to get black. A little bit of a hamstring there. That's not a bad move. The enemy has 20 purple. Hilarious. Break Their Will goes off, and now here we go. So we have to play black while we have the yellow on hand, but it doesn't mean we can't play our other abilities first. Is there a swipe right spot that makes a lot of sense? Not really. So let's go ahead and hit Okoye with, we'll give her this small attack tile, no big deal. Big time damage. More strikes. And let's go ahead and transform Old Man Logan now. Too bad it ends the turn, but our strikes are through the roof at this point. 4,200. Okay, now we can play anything we want. We'll play It's Patsy's repeater, hope it shows up in a good spot. Of course it does. And what do we want to do here? Back over to Thor. We'll give him a small special tile, maybe that attack. Nice damage there. Patsy's purple will swap enemy special tiles to the bottom. We could even get a free green match, and we do. Look at that damage we did to Thor. Awesome. Okay. More break their will. We'll use Patsy to take Thor out, and then we'll only have to worry about Okoye. Let's do a shot through here, maybe. Not really anywhere else too good to go. He's out. I think at this point, let's go ahead. Let's see how much special tile increase Patsy does with her repeater at the beginning of the turn. Boosted everything. We're up to 4,372 in strikes, almost 600 in attack tiles. This is just about going to do it. We'll let it play out. Challenge team and the victory. Very nice. Now let's go on and keep Patsy in on a team that is probably going to be a little bit of overkill, but we'll take on a tough team. Let's. She didn't take any damage at all. That's great with that setup. We'll bring in Beta Ray Bill, and let's grab Carnage in this case. He's going to create a lot of attack tiles, and if we get Patsy's repeater going early, it's going to step up the damage from those quite a bit. Alright, so who do we take on first? A lot of times I leave Professor X for last, and that's so dangerous. But, and there's just a ton of purple on this board. I think we're going to have to go for Professor X first. He decreases incoming damage while he has allies on the team. That's why you think that I should just take him out last. But we'll get yellow purple. Look at that drop. Got the viewer luck there for sure. And we'll have Carnage up front for some damage. What I like in this case is we can swap enemy special tiles to the bottom with Patsy's purple. And but I think what we're going to do is qualify her yellow first. And she doesn't even tank a single color on this team. That's great. She has no fear of taking damage. And she has a low health amount. I get it. Don't forget, yellow places the repeater tile on black, not yellow. I always think it's going to be on yellow since it's that's the color of the ability. So there's a black match available, but we'll do the blue match down there. So I think we're fine. Let's go with It's Patsy in case it went into a matchable location. It went into a better location. Alright, I think we're looking good so far. Except for that match 4 in green I gave them. Quite the gift. Carnage will do his free turn every time there are 4 enemy specials on the board at the beginning of the turn. That's great. And our blue is out. Let's go for Clash of the Worthy there. And so we need to think about moving enemy specials to the bottom. There's a very low but actually true likelihood we could swap this red attack tile down into an extra move. I don't think it's going to happen, but what would it be if we did that? All right, worth a shot just in case. And then what I forgot to mention is while Patsy's repeater tiles on the board, it decreases the cost of our abilities by 1, and so everything costs a little bit less right now. Super helpful. Let's get maybe red this way. That might be the first time ever. Oh, they did get a match 4. I was going to say that they didn't get a match 4 from Okoye's yellow. Carnage is taking some damage, but I think our projectiles are going to get very strong now, since they're everywhere, and Patsy's going to continue to increase their strength. We're losing some specials, but gaining them again. All right. Let's see what our specials are worth now. 1780 in attacks and over 6,000 in projectiles. And Carnage will create strikes. I think we've been kind of losing them as we go. That's all right. Let's hit Professor X again because I think we're about to take him out. Very nice. So we'll work on Thor a little bit, get him down to the point where he's close to half health, and then we'll try to take him out with some good damage. Wow, look at that. Every time we match a special tile on either team, we get an attack tile from Carnage in place. Now we're really ramping up the special tile damage. Pretty fun. They can take that black. I think I'll take green. With Professor X out, they can get that match 4 in black, and it won't hurt at all, really. I think Patsy's kind of fun on this team, guys, and let me know if you have been wondering about other teams with her. I only just picked a couple that are kind of a challenge, kind of a landslide setup. We're in really good shape here. We've got Patsy's red, where she can set up an extra move if the timing is just right. Oh, we already have an extra move on the board. Do you see a match 3 that automatically sets in an extra move? Do you see it? Very often the system flashes a move to you as a suggestion, and it's not always the best one. In this case, it certainly is. This team up right here. Look at that. Killer drop on that extra move. And now let's have some fun. Thor is about to go crazy with his God mode being under 50%. So let's play cat-like reflexes, see what we get from the bottom row. Not much there. Try it again. They're already all at the bottom, Rick. Okay, sounds good. Let's hit Thor with blue. And now he's nearly guaranteed to be knocked out with Scuttlebutt since it's 4 hits of damage. I definitely have done that, and all 4 hits basically missed the character I wanted to hit and hit the other character in the back. We'll just get red here. I was going to play Patsy's repeater again. We'll do that in a second. Darn, we lost her repeater in the first place, so there is a black match available on the board. Chances we're going to lose this one too. We'll see. Yep, it's in a bad spot. So we'll just match away those guys. Keep our repeater on for fun. Okoye's in big trouble. Our projectiles are very strong. I think this team would be very difficult to beat, guys. Let me know what you think. And we'll check right before the win here. We'll see what our specials are up to. 11,600 in projectiles, 3,700 in attacks. That's just great. I don't see much. Let's play Patsy's red for fun. See if we can get a blue to drop in a really special spot there. Not quite. we got the win anyway. I'm just playing around. Let's finish it out with a shot from Bill. And hey, what do you think about that team? Pretty fun. Worth good points. And that's going to be a wrap for this video, guys. But there is a video presented down below. Please continue on there if it's a good one for you that YouTube suggests for you to go into. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the MPQ icon you see there now, because in our next video we should have details on the next upcoming character. If you haven't subscribed yet, be a subscriber and you get that info a couple days early. Thanks again. See you in the next video.